Welcome, soul visionaries and potential soul visionaries. I am your host, Sherrod Cohen, and you have now entered into the Soul Vision Podcast, a place where we keep it unfiltered and raw. We talk about anything from porn to politics, or even things you might have heard or saw. Today, we're going to talk about 9 mental blocks that impede erections. Erections. You know what I'm saying? 9 mental blocks that impede erections. Let's kick it. 9 mental blocks that impede erections, man. You know, you hear women on Facebook going in on dudes talking about, nigga dick can't get hard, woo, woo, woo. Hey, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. Some of y'all take y'all clothes off, y'all will kill a nigga's erection in a motherfucking heartbeat. Some of y'all look really nasty naked. I mean, really. Or some of y'all say some shit that throw a man off mentally. There's more than just the physical reason why this man can't get a hard on with you or whatnot. You all think that a man just supposed to get hard because a woman takes her clothes off. That is not fucking true at all. Y'all need to learn to grow up, because you got a lot of dudes out here that, I like to call that shit dick with standards. You know what I'm saying? Not every woman is gonna please a man or be pleasing to a man visually. So, hey, I'm about to kick it and tell you about the 9 mental blocks that impede erections. Erectile dysfunction, ED, is a medical condition or is a medical term that describes the inability to achieve and or maintain an erection adequate for sexual function. This condition, sometimes called mental impotence, is one of the most common sexual issues for men, and it increases with age. It is estimated between 15 to 30 million American men suffer from ED or ED. But just because you're below a certain age doesn't mean you're safe. According to a study from the Journal of Sexual Medicine, 1 out of every 4 erectile dysfunction patients is under 40 years old, with increasing ED rates have during the last 20 to 30 years, especially among younger men. Erectile dysfunction treatment has become a hot subject. Before we delve off into the relationship between mind and the penis, they got some videos. We're not gonna watch the videos, man. We're not gonna watch the video, man. We just gonna jump right off into, the gist of this podcast. There are different kinds of erections. Achieving an erection is a complex process involving psychological impulses from the brain, psychosocial prompts, adequate levels of testosterone, a functioning nervous system, and an adequate and healthy vascular system. A simple history check exam and lab work can rule out physiological causes, but what about the psychosocial causes that play a large role in achieving and maintaining erections? There are 3 types of erections. The first one is a nocturnal erection that occurs during sleep. Ladies, y'all might want to ride that boy while that dude's snoring. I'm just saying. Another is a reflective erection due to physical stimulation. Like I told you, he might look at you and get an erection. He might look at you and lose that motherfucker. And the third one is a psychogenic erection caused by visual and mental images. All 3 involve healthy bodily functions, including hormones, muscles, blood vessels, nervous system, and emotion regulation. Let me tell you, ladies, that's the funny thing about it. When men get older, I'm not going to say all men because I don't know about all men. Never haven't talked to all men. But I'm going to tell you that sometimes you just walking into a room naked or half naked or with some clothes on that show your figure, that's not enough. Because once a man matures and pussy is not the objective anymore, it's the person that's the objective. A man wants to get to know you up here in your heart, what your spirit is like. When a man is really out to get to know you, just telling him, come on, let's jump in the bed and fuck, that ain't even what he's after. It actually, at some point in a man's life, it becomes a turnoff. Y'all think every dude just want to just have a woman walk through and say, let's fuck, let's go in here and fuck. No, that's not how that works. That's not it all the time. Now, don't get me wrong. Now, if it's his woman and they already have established something, that she come in and she on some freaky shit, she about to get that ass toe out the frame. So, what causes mental impotence? If everything checks out physically, often the case with younger men, it is found that psychosocial or psychological components are the cause of ED. So what are the most common triggers for psychological ED? Number motherfucking one is stress. Whew. Life stressors are abundant, from work obligations, busy schedules, financial concerns, or relationship issues. Relationship issues, probably about the damn financial concerns, you know, because all these women want your money and shit like that. They want you to pay for this and this and that and the other. Dude, y'all gotta realize, y'all want these dudes to make all this money. He gotta go out there and get this money, stress out at work, gotta keep you happy at the crib. Y'all don't know what y'all doing. That's why men die early, fucking with y'all selfish motherfuckers. Stress can take your head out of the game quickly. Since stress is so abundant, it's one of the leading causes of ED when it comes to psychosocial impotence. Number two, bam, performance anxiety. One or two poor experiences can cause a self-fulfilling prophecy. Once nervous about being able to perform sexually, it can lead to further poor performance. Proper preparation prevents poor performance, Peter. Worry about achieving or maintaining an erection, negative self-talk, concern about pleasing a partner, or thoughts about ejaculating too quickly adds to the anxiety. Also, if there have been erectile issues in the past, those experiences will add to the weight of performance anxiety. If you believe this might be the cause of your ED, talking to your partner can help. And as usual, AUI has plenty of resources. Okay, that's another place to get some resources in your arsenal about performance anxiety. Now, dudes put a lot of pressure on themselves to be that guy that you're not talking about on social media that was whack in bed. So when guys go in, you know, in their head, it's like, you know, I gotta go ahead and do this. I gotta beat this boy up, boom, 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 boom. You know, I gotta beat this boy up, when they should just go in and just be relaxed about it, you know. And like I said, some of y'all women come in, man, and just be on some old let's fuck shit, and it's like, man, what happened to the love shit? But then again, I did do a video on emotionally unavailable women, so that's y'all. That's probably y'all women that come in, just want to get some, just fuck me real quick and this and that and the other. No, man. What happened to I want a man with a slow hand? Thank you. Number three, substance use and abuse. Ooh, weed, alcohol, narcotics, marijuana, cocaine, and most illegal drugs not only cause a decrease in the ability to perform due to difficulty with focus and thought, but will also interfere with the body's natural process to achieve and sustain an erection. Not only may it temporarily cause difficulty with erection, but studies have noted a link between low testosterone and substance abuse use. Testosterone plays a crucial role in erections. If you believe substance abuse might be causing your erectile dysfunction, a good place to start might be your local clinic or motherfucking AA. We'll be waiting to welcome you with open arms. Man, a lot of these young brothers taking these hard drugs early, man. It's going to be a lot of limp dicks when they get older on some real shit. Depression, anxiety. Now, depression and anxiety can also be potent causes of ED, as it affects a person both physically and psychologically. Typical signs of depression and anxiety are feelings of sadness, emptiness, or hopelessness, angry outbursts, irritability or frustration, loss of interest in most or all normal activities, tiredness or lack of energy, anxiety, agitation, or restlessness, feelings of worthlessness or guilt, difficulty thinking or concentrating, feeling nervous, restless or tense, having a sense of impending danger, panic or doom, constant worried thoughts. Any of these symptoms can cause a loss in sexual desire and affect the body's ability to perform normally, which includes ED. Additionally, many prescription medications often prescribed to treat depression and anxiety can also contribute to ED and low libido. While considering erectile dysfunction treatment, be sure to tell your provider all of the medications you're taking, because you don't want to get, what they call that, a chemical imbalance and shit, taking the wrong shit. Number 5, guilt. Ooh, guilt. If unable to please a partner, if prior issues of infidelity or other relationship issues are on the mind, then it's common for it to inhibit erections. Damn. Guilty gut prevents you busting a nut. This can contribute to an ongoing cycle of ED or ED, much like performance anxiety. Guilt can weigh heavy, so when it's causing ED, people can fall into a hole. The key here is to keep your head and try to stay as confident as possible. But when you have us as a more than available resource, confidence comes secondhand. They're selling you their services while they tell you what this shit is. Now, guilt. Yo, bro, if you're gonna feel guilty about going out there smashing some ass, man, don't do it. If you feel guilty before you do it, don't do it, bro. It ain't even worth it, man. On some real shit. Like I said, I've been the caught and the taught. I've been the cheater and the cheated on. So, it's just best not to do it, because you'll ruin a lot of good shit when you do, flat out. Number 6, low self-esteem. The correlation between erectile dysfunction and low self-esteem seems obvious. An inability to perform can cause poor perception of oneself. Confidence in one's abilities can be affected by the perceptions of others as well, but largely by how one views oneself. If there is a negative view of yourself and your abilities, it will display itself in many different ways in your life, including your sex life. It can also be a sign of depression or be brought on by guilt or performance anxiety. Man, let me tell you, man. Low self-esteem can be one of them issues when you pull your little joint out and it's just looking like a planter's peanut. There ain't shit there. You feel me? I mean, you just gotta, you gotta just work with what you got, man. I mean, low self-esteem. I mean, you gotta find some way to boost yourself up, or maybe she can boost your ego. I mean, I don't know, but that low self-esteem, ladies, y'all can destroy a motherfucker. If a dude listen to y'all on social media and take that shit to heart, oh man, y'all probably done destroyed a whole bunch of bedrooms by now. Number 7, indifference. When indifference causes ED, it usually has to do with your partner. Low testosterone, depression, trust issues with the partner or disinterest, lack of connection with the sexual partner. Now, I can really see this one, because once you get to a point where your partner no longer turns you on like they used to, because of something that might have been said or done, I mean, basically, it's hard to get that back. It is truly hard to get that feeling, that fire, that desire for them back once they ruined it. Number 8, relationship problems. Fighting, lack of interest of sexual desire, performance anxiety, stress or pressure by your partner, abusive relationships, stressful family life, lack of time, poor scheduling, and life stressors that can interfere with you and your partner's ability to connect. Poor communication and discomfort during sex can create a perfect storm for ED. Relationship problems tend to house most of the causes of ED and are usually at the root of the problem. Man, if your relationship is fucked up, man, it's gonna be difficult for you to get your little dick hard, because, hey, especially if y'all relationship problem. I mean, if you got some issues with somebody, man, and it's that strong enough that if you got that strong of a resentment for him, I don't see how the hell you can get hard for him, because it's like you got a hatred for him. You feel me? Number 9, man. Number 9. Pornography addiction. Porn addiction. A lot of time spent watching and masturbating to pornography can cause unrealistic expectations about sex or sexual partners. Brothers, women don't want you punching them in the face, putting them in a headlock, and all this other rough house shit, bro. I mean, you got some freaks out there that want that rough shit, but I think the average woman don't want to be punched in the back of the head and her ears pulled. The brain can become trained to expect and need that kind of experience in order to achieve arousal for ED. This effect is so common, it has its own diagnosis: pornography-induced erectile dysfunction, or PIED. P-I-E-D. Pornography-induced erectile dysfunction. That's because you're watching too much RedTube.com, XXX. This, up fucking around with Ashley Madison and all these. Man, yo, stop, man, stop. All men at some point will experience ED. If the problem becomes persistent or becomes stressful, then it's appropriate to seek out medical care to discuss possible ED treatment options to uncover, address, and decrease the psychosocial and psychological barriers causing ED. Recommended treatment options may include medications, breathing techniques, medication, guided imagery, exercise, discussion with your partner or therapist. Now, honestly, I think when it comes to your partner, man, if y'all relationship is it can be salvaged, and it's, man, sitting down with your partner, man, and just opening up will really break that barrier right there, man. It'll destroy that barrier, that mental block that you have. If you just open up to your partner and tell them what it is, you know what I'm saying? And just have a heart to heart, And then a lot of times, man, too, brothers, we get up in age, we don't want to exercise as much. We're sitting down too much, and, we're living a sedentary lifestyle. We need to, hey, man, you need to do your squats. You need to keep your lower extremities exercised as well, man, and keep yourself in a, you don't have to go out and become a bodybuilder, but at least keep yourself in shape to where your heart is pumping blood, man, efficiently, and things of that nature, man. Your limbs and everything operate correctly, because once you get old, you get stiff. Man, a lot of things plays into erectile dysfunction, man. Start taking, we as men, especially black men, we need to start taking care of ourselves, man. And then a lot of us are putting poison in our bodies, be it through what we eat or what we drink or, smoke. Above all else, we remind our patients and everyone else in our community to keep their head. Beating yourself up about your condition won't make things any better. The best place is to start with a consultation. Yeah, man, see somebody, man. Go talk to a therapist. If ED is really, I joke around a lot about things, but if ED is actually an issue with you, man, go see a therapist, man. Get some help for that, because they may recommend, you change your diet, you get a nice exercise regimen going, it's a mind, body, and soul rehabilitation type of deal. Your body has to be healed. Your mind has to be healed to get rid of those mental blocks. Emotionally, man, you've probably been scarred by your partner or partners, and so there's some healing that needs to take place. And don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to go out there and find some help for the issue. Hey, like always, man, I appreciate you guys coming and hearing me speak and, act a fool a little bit sometimes. And, if you like the video, please hit the like button. If you aren't a soul visionary, please hit the subscribe button. And then by all means, please share the content. Let's get it out here, man, so more brothers can hear this stuff, man. It's like, yep, Hey, y'all not alone when it comes to this. It's other men out there that suffer through this, man. It's not one of those things that is just happening just to you. And once you like, subscribe, and share, please hit the notification bell, ding ding, so that you can be notified of my next video when it drops. Appreciate you. Peace.